Hello people, I haven't done this series in quite a minute, haven't I? The last time I did this was for Avenged Sevenfold, which was during a major hyperfixation I had on them that cursed the first half of Ease Explains. Again, sorry about that. But that's the past now. This time, it's different. On this very special episode of I Listened To, I'm going to be talking about an indie band that I can almost guarantee you've never heard of. Unless you're part of the Amphibia or Outcast fandom. Oh geez, not again. What kind of fucking name is that? Oh Geeez Not Again is a Milwaukee indie band that initially focused on music based on mainly Disney shows and movies, but they've recently started to work on original music. Ever since my ex introduced me to the band, I've been obsessed with their music and I've always wanted to do a tier list of some kinds to their music, but have always stalled. But now, the time has come. We're only going to focus on pure album and EPs, not singles, promo singles, or compilations. So the new self-titled album won't be on the list due to it just being a compilation of their previous music, just in acoustic form. Though it's still a unique and great listen that puts their songs into new perspectives. Now, that being said, let's begin.
Shut up, everyone! I've done something brilliant!
Oh yeah, it sucks. Well, you gotta start somewhere. This album doesn't feature any vocals from the group. Instead, the album feels like some Sparta remix compilation of DuckTales voice lines combined into some monstrosity Frankenstein album. And oh my god, it's almost unlistenable. But the album's a double-edged sword. While yes, the music is god-awful, I think that's the point. It's almost purposely bad. It's like meme music. They did initially start as such, parodying Disney intros with DuckTales shit, which makes me believe even more that this album was made as a joke. If it is, then it succeeded, and it's quite a comical album. If not, then oh god. Favorite tracks are You Killing My Vibe Man, Cute Girl Stuff, Launchpad Saxophone, and I Could Have Been Turbo. Feeling a strong 3 out of 10. Oh my god, words! Ducks and Trains is a major improvement from Shut Up Everyone, I've Done Something Brilliant. I believe it's also the first material from Oh Geeez Not Again to feature original vocals from Sean McGubani. I'm hoping I pronounced that right. And are the songs good? I think it's okay. They're not terrible, far from it. It's just not their most memorable. Though there are some good vocal moments, especially on Losing You, and the production, especially on the Runaways train, makes me feel like it's trying to go for some lo-fi inspired shit, and it's good. For a 14-minute EP, it does a decent job. Favorite tracks are Love You Out Loud, The Runaways Train, Losing You, 2 Feet. Feeling a decent 5 out of 10.
It's that one turn that you take to...
At this point, the DuckTales influenced music that Oh Geeez Not Again started with and held a very tight grip on have started to exhaust its welcome. And I think they noticed that, because there was never a Volume 2 or Volume 3. It just stopped. Needless to say, this is their last DuckTales effort. And it's the best of the 3. Instantly on the intro track, Danger Is, you can tell this album is trying not to be like the previous 2. If anything, it sounds like it's trying to be more serious. Tracks like Mystery in the Making and All Is Well are lovely and make the album the standout of the DuckTales arc. Though I must stress, the vocals are slightly shoddy.
It's gonna take one good day to bring me back around one good day. Swear I won't let you down when I'm back on these 2 feet. I'll be running your way.
Overall, the album's a good one. Not one I'd let's do over and over again, but something I wouldn't mind too much giving a full listen. Favorite tracks are Danger Is, Mr. in the Making, Bright We Burn, and All Is Well. Feeling a decent 6 out of 10. The first non-DuckTales album! This album is based on Amphibia episodes, and it has over 16 tracks, with plenty of variety, and it's their worst album so far! Okay, hear me out. Even though I say it's their worst, it's not necessarily bad. And I know that any average OG's Not Again fan may get their pitchforks out for that. But oh my god, this album is bizarre. Even the fan favorite, Fighter, is just not a favorite of mine. The mixing and the vocals on that song are, for lack of better words, fucked. And what is with those lyrics? Oh, God! Oh! Those lyrics were so bad it physically assaulted me! I can't be crazy! This song is weird! The album also, for some reason, has strange and forgettable instrumentals put in the blender, and it just makes it feel like filler to extend the duration of this strange album. And what's worse than forgettable instrumental tracks? Forgettable instrumental tracks that are together on the album's tracklist. Whenever I listen to the album, I find myself wondering, when is it gonna end? Jesus Christ, Zizu! Are you trying to kill the group? You're right. Enough with the negativity. Some positives are that when there are good tracks, they are amazing. Like Let Me In, for example. Overall, this album is a very mixed bag. And I may say that it's their worst, but even then it's not necessarily bad. It's just not an album I'd go back to. Favorite tracks are Coming Home and Let Me In. Feeling a strong 5 out of 10. A very in-the-middle album. This album was focused on the Owl House, and features the band evolving into a more acoustic pop, borderline country pop feel, with occasional electronic beats. Ugh, what a Frankenstein. And it's their best album, period! Oh my god, where do I begin? Okay, firstly, Run Wild, a fantastic opener, albeit a bit overrated as it's constantly praised as their greatest effort, but I highly disagree. Break for It, an incredible earworm, but then we have King of My Heart, my favorite track from the band, point blank, period. Out of their entire discography, I think this song, King of My Heart, is their greatest effort. The production sounds pristine, it's like silk, the vocals are infectious as hell, the backing harmonies from the feature 5 PM to Nowhere are absolutely beautiful and gives me goosebumps every time. The bass is crazy and just heal. Okay, let me calm down. There are some gross parts of the album though. Like for instance, Every Part of You feels like a blatant copy of 2 Feet. Man, let me listen to an OG's Not Again song. This one sounds good. Wait a minute. No, this can't be! Losers Like has some horrendous instrumentals and lyrics, but Lord of the Lines is very boring, and Eyes Open to make me feel like I was listening to some Cave Town music. Ugh, Cave Town! I hate Cave Town! Oh, but there's way more positives than negatives on this album. The tracks are an astonishing improvement compared to Coming Home, especially with tracks like Something Wilder, Rainstorm, and Real Thing. Overall, this album was a damn near fantastic piece of work from the band, and is my #1 favorite from the group as of this upload. Favorite tracks are Break For It, King of My Heart, Every Part of You, Something Wilder, Rainstorm, and Real Thing. Feeling a strong 8 out of 10. Hell yes to Wilder. So, where did they go from hitting the target straight on from Wilder? Where did they go now they have their breakthrough hit? We'll take a step backwards, of course. Okay, let me chill for a moment. It's still a good mixtape, very far from being terrible or bad. But it is admittedly a downgrade compared to Wilder, despite having more tracks and admittedly having more variety than Wilder, as this album focuses on both Amphibia and the Owl House. But I think that's what the problem is. I feel like this album's trying to appeal to both fandoms, but ultimately appeals to none. Also, my god, this album is depressing. This is debatably their darkest album to date, having some pretty sad and depressing songs on it, with some songs feeling more serious than previous works. I think this is because at this point, the shows were taking dark turns, and OG's Not Again decided to play catch up and make the songs based on those dark points of the shows, which are great. I like a neat change of pace. but when you go from sad to upbeat, and then from upbeat to sad, it sounds bizarre as hell. The album kinda drags. The first half is great, but the second half kinda loses you. Overall, this album is very mixed, like Coming Home, but still way better than Coming Home. My favorite tracks are From the Heart, Heart Starts, and The Moves. Feeling like 6 out of 10. That was the most negatively worded 6 out of 10 I ever heard! 6 out of 10 means it's above average! Oh, my bad. This is their latest EP, and once again, focused on both the Outhouse and Amphibia. And it does fall in the curse of letting you feel there was more to be desired, only having 4 tracks. But oh my god, it still somehow is way better than From the Heart! This EP features debatably the band's most energetic and fast-paced songs to date, and it works well with the outstanding confident vocals. Straight out the gate, we got Jump Right, a track that doesn't fuck around and make you jump right into the chaos. No pun intended. Breathe, a track that is admittedly kind of Goo Goo Gaga music, is still a very catchy song with uplifting tones. Hope It's Me is an incredible earworm, and Take Me Somewhere New, while it is the slowest on the EP, is still a decent outro. Also, the mixing is their best, point blank period. The vocals feel front and center, and the instrumentals have such a kick that makes the EP stand out compared to the other albums. I'll even say it's damn near better mixing than Wilder, and that says a lot. Overall, an incredible EP, their best EP even. Favorite tracks are Jump Right, Breathe, Hope It's Me, and Take Me Somewhere New. Feeling a strong 7 out of 10. We're at our final stop, Hopes and Horrors, their most popular album to date, featuring their most streamed song yet, Eyes on You. This album is very different from the others, as it tries going for a conceptual feel, with the concept being a fight between good and evil, hence the name Hopes and Horrors. I'm all for concept albums. If anything, it's my favorite type of music. So with that being said, it feels like being a concept album. Why? Well, it's the track list. There are only 10 tracks, and out of the 10, 4 are interludes. So really, there are only 6 full-length songs on this thing, and only 2 feel like horror tracks, Eyes on You and Skin Crawl, while the other 4 tracks, Keep It Down, Strong One, Mess With Mine, and Quiet Now, feel more hopeful. I just feel like there's not enough tracks on the album that makes it feel like a concept album. But still, despite all of that, I think it's a fantastic album that features some of their greatest work so far, and also feeling the most consistent they've made point blank period. While there may be my favorite, though I do admit it has some inconsistencies and bumps along that album's road. This album has little to no bumps at all. It feels so consistent that the consistencies feel like they're consistent. The album features Keep It Down and Skin Crawl, which are my top favorite OG songs of all time, right next to King of My Heart. Keep It Down has some of their catchiest vocals yet, and the production is like a soft blanket. It sounds so comforting. And Skin Crawl is undoubtedly their most outlandish song yet, as it features them going to a more electronic rock sound, even featuring some screamo-esque vocals. Overall, this album is amazing, and is their most consistent yet. Favorite tracks are Keep It Down, Strong One, Skin Crawl, and Quiet Now. Feeling a strong 7 out of 10 to a light 8 out of 10. And with that, we finished our expedition through every major OG's Not Again release. Overall, we've seen such an evolution, from being a laughably mid DuckTales music group to being one of the greatest indie bands I've ever heard. Their music really helped me go through a lot, especially with the tracks like King of My Heart and Quiet Now. Those 2 tracks alone really helped me go through rather very difficult and challenging months for me, and I cannot thank them enough for providing comfort for me through tracks like those. I even left a comment on their visualizer for Quiet Now, expressing my thanks, and they actually responded. So with that being said, if you're watching this, boys, keep doing what you're doing. I cannot wait to witness the new direction y'all are taking with your upcoming original work. But until then, I'm gonna have to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. But until then, that's all you get. See ya.